Christ Web. Casual and fun evangelism is not something that many have demonstrated. Let's look at 7 tips to relational evangelism, also featuring our mini game kit.
Tip number 1 is give a compliment or just a neutral observation. It lets people know that you're friendly and accessible.
I was able to strike up a conversation pretty easily with this girl and asked her to play a mini game with me. I'll show you the game later. It turns out she works there, she loves her family, and I was able to share my faith with her. Just be prayed up and have a good friendly attitude with a smile. Being prepared helps.
Tip number 2, have a knowledge menu.
A knowledge menu is just a short list of things that people could ask you about. It's just one more preparation to make conversation. Honestly, if you are talking to young people, let them know that they can talk about relationships if they want to, or they can ask advice, or just have a surface conversation. There's no pressure here.
Tip number 3 is have different sets of questions based upon different topics.
We got 20 questions on lots of topics here. A lot of these questions are really interesting and funny and lead to some interesting conversation. You can also make up your own and find a lot on the internet as well. Lots of yes-no questions in case someone is eating. Sometimes I'll ask people, can I share the gospel of Jesus Christ with you? It'll take about 30 seconds. And please feel free to ask questions. Which leads me to the next tip.
Tip number 4 is to have a simple explanation of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
I like to ask people to do a reaction/review of this card with me if I sense that they're open. I can also ask them if they go to church, invite them to church, or ask if the door isn't necessarily open there, I might ask them, is there anything I can pray for you for? These are all just options.
Tip number 5 is to just be patient. Let people notice you. It's okay if they only muster up the courage to come and talk to you as they're leaving. That's better than nothing. You can say hi, and maybe they'll come sit with you next time they come into the store. And next time they see you, you'll have your rapport built up with them so that you can talk more freely, and they'll approach you easier because they'll have known you, they'll have seen you. Tip number 6 is to don't make a big scene. This is kind of obvious. You want to be on board with whoever runs the place, whoever the manager is, or whoever's serving you. Just kind of tell them that you're here doing relational community and build a good rapport with them. Don't be a drag on the business. Obviously, if there's not enough seating, it might be time to leave. If you only come out once a month for a few hours, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Do what the Lord tells you to do. Tip number 7 is to just get one of these relational evangelism kits.
You get a table standee of your choice, 5 sets of 20 questions, a simple explanation of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and the minigame. We designed a fun minigame. It's a word guessing game. You get a clue card and an answer options card. You have 5 turns using a word and a gesture to give hints to find all the treasures without hitting any bomb traps. So, if I give you the clue word weapon and held up 2 fingers, what would your guess be? Would it be arrow? Okay, you got that one. And your second guess, tank? Hey, you got them. Now it gets really fun, thinking up words and gestures to try to get people to guess as many as possible each turn without missing. Beginners should be able to guess the 8 blue squares. Experienced players can get all 10, including the light blue option plays. And experts can risk in a final turn 6 to attempt to defuse all 3 bombs in one turn. So that's it. That's the game and that's the kit. If you want to buy one of these mini game kits, go to christweb.org/relational. At the time of this video, they cost $16 for one, 2 for $30, or get the whole evangelism group a set, 10 for $100, and free shipping. I want to encourage you to share your experiences at christweb.org at the Connect section under Relational Evangelism. Post pictures and stories to encourage the group, because I can use your encouragement. It encourages me. It encourages me to hear about people's experiences.
And so, let me wrap it up. Keep growing, keep sowing, keep learning, keep loving, keep seeking, and keep increasing. We are the greatest family the world has ever seen. Jesus is Lord.
Find out more at christweb.org/videos.